Hey loves, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Jenny. So today's video is the sewing of this beautiful gown, as you can see on the screen. Yes, this is a gown. You can see it's not a two-piece dress, it's a gown. So if this interests you, we have the drafting part on the channel, so go ahead and check it out, and also come right here on the sewing part to join us, okay, so that you'll be able to understand everything we are doing on this particular tutorial. Okay, so the drafting part is not as difficult as that, but the sewing part is a little bit tricky. So if this is the kind of tutorial you are interested to learn, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, like and share this video. So let's get into it, guys. Welcome back again, soulmates. So guys, this is the bottom part that we cut out on the drafting part of this video. Okay, so this is the back and this is also the front. So I'm going to just open it up. So if you have not seen that video, please go ahead and check it out so that you'll be able to understand each and everything that we are doing on the sewing part. So like I said earlier, the sewing part is a little bit tricky than the drafting part. Okay, so this is the front part. I've gone ahead to cut out my lining, and now I'm going to stitch up the neckline. Then towards this part, like so, I'm going to stitch it by 1/2 inch, and I'm also going to attach the belt. Okay, so go ahead and cut out your belt and attach it. So for the back piece also, I've gone ahead to cut it out, and this is the lining. Going to just place the lining on the right side like so, and I will stitch it up at the side and the neckline area and also at the zip area. Okay, so after turning it up with the lining, guys, this is what we are having. So you can see the belt area. So I've stitched it up. You can see how neat it's looking both at the lining part and at the main fabric. So like I said earlier, go ahead and cut out your belt. So the width of the strap is going to be 5 inches. Okay, then you are going to fold it into two. Then after stitching and turning, what you get is 2 inches for the belt. Okay, the length of the belt should be very long. Okay, so go ahead and cut out a long strip of fabric for the belt area. So after doing that, now I'm going to just turn this over to the right side. So after turning this to the right side, now we are going to be measuring out our main half length without any seam allowance. Okay, so I'm going to just place it like this on the shoulder part. Then I'm going to come down by my half length, which is 16.5, so you can see what I'm doing. So after doing this, guys, now at the seam area, I'm going to go in by 1/2 inch for the seam allowance. Remember, we have 1.5 inches for seam allowance. After stitching the main fabric to the lining, what we are left with is 1 inch. Okay, from that 1 inch, I'm going to go in by 2 inches like so. So that part is going to be open. We are going to attach that part to the skirt part. Now on that same part, guys, I'm going to still come down by 1/2 inch. So we need 1/2 inch to stitch that part to the skirt. So after getting that, now I'm going to rule a slant line like so. Okay, so go ahead and rule out your slant line like this, connect it like so. So I'm going to also do it on this other part. So guys, this is the back pattern. Now we are also going to work on the back pattern. So for the back pattern, I'm going to just place my tape at the shoulder part. Then I'm going to come down by 17 inches. My half length is 16.5 plus 0.5 inches for stitching allowance, so making 17 inches. Okay, so after doing that, now I'm going to just cut this out. So guys, after cutting it out, now I'm going to also go ahead and insert my darts. So for the zip allowance, we left was 1.5 inches. So after stitching with lining, we have 1 inch at that part. So from that 1 inch, I'm going to go in by my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. We all know how to draft out the dart. Okay, so I'm just saying this for most of you that don't have idea on how to do this. So just go ahead and measure out your nipple to nipple divided by 2. Then for the length of the dart is going to be my chest line, that is for the back. Okay, so guys, after stitching the front part, you can see what we are having. So I've stitched it up and I'm going to turn it to the right side. So this is what it's looking like. So you can see this part is opened, okay? So that is what we are trying to achieve, and the rest part is closed. So guys, now I'm going to just turn this to the lining area so that we can mark out our dart. So the front is going to have a dart. Remember, we added 5.5 inches for the wrap part while we were drafting this front part, okay? After attaching the belt to the front part, what we are left with was 5 inches. I don't know if you understand. If you don't understand, just go back to the drafting part and watch that again to understand properly. Then after marking the 5 inches, from that 5 inches I went in by my nipple to nipple measurements. That 5 inches I went in was the center front, okay? So go ahead and draft out your darts. This is what the dart is looking like at the front. You can see what it's looking, and this is also the back. I've also gone ahead to add my dart. So guys, let's work on the back area to take away the bulge at that zip area. So the next thing I'm going to do is to go up by 1 inch at that zip area like so. So after doing this, now I'm going to just connect it all the way to the side of the back like this with a slant line. This will help you to take away any bulge at the zip area, okay? So after doing this, now it's time to attach the skirt part to the bodice. I'm going to start with the back part, so just go ahead and attach it this way at the back area. So attach the skirt to the back area. To attach the skirt part to the front piece, just go ahead and cut out this band. So the length of this band is 4 inches. Then the width is the front skirt measurement I used in cutting out the width of the fabric. You can see. Then the length is 4 inches. So you can make yours 5 inches, is because I don't have enough fabric so that the band will be big enough, okay? So after that, I'm going to fold it into two like this, and I'll place it on the skirt. So just notch the midpoint of the skirt and also notch the midpoint of the band. So I'm going to just pin this together like so to hold it down. Then I'm going to just get the midpoint. You can see what I'm doing. So after getting the midpoint, the next thing to do is to place the band midpoint to midpoint like this. So make sure the band is facing up to the waist area. Then you are going to just pin it down. This is not difficult, it's just that there is a little trick in attaching the bodice to it, okay? So remember, for the bodice we went in by 1 inch, then we went in again by 2 inches. So we are still going to repeat it on the skirt part. Then after that, I'm going to just pin this down. So you go ahead and stitch the band from that mark we made, that is the 3 inches we went in, all the way to the other side, which we also have the 3 inches. So you're going to stitch the band all the way to that part. So the top part is not going to be attached on this particular part, okay? So I don't know if you understand. The part I left open is where we are going to attach the bodice to. So you get to understand what I'm saying. Now I'm going to bring the bodice, the front body, and I'm going to just place it like this, right side facing. You can see, so make sure it's facing upward to the waist area. Now I'm going to stitch from the side all the way to that 3 inches we went in. So I'm still going to mark it on this part. You can see 1 inch, then 2 inch in again, making 3 inches. So stitch it down. That is, you are stitching the bodice, the band, and the skirt together at that 3 inches part, okay, that is left open. So after doing this, guys, you can see, go ahead and pin it down so that you'll be able to see how it looks before stitching it down, guys. So after doing it, now you turn it to the right side. You are going to have it looking like this. You can see the bodice is inside. That is what we are trying to achieve. The bodice is inside the skirt. Okay, so after doing that part, now I'm still going to repeat the same process on this other part. So just go ahead and pin that part down, that is the 3 inches we went in. Pin it down. You can see how now it's looking like. After stitching, this is what you should get. Okay, so you can see when you open it up, you have it looking like two-piece dress. You can see it will look as if it's a blouse and a skirt at that area. Okay, so that is the little trick. After attaching the bottom part to the top part, I'm still going to sew down the side. So I will join the front and the back together. Okay, these are the pockets I cut out. I'm also going to attach it to the dress. So guys, after stitching, you can see I also stitch at that part. You can see that is 2 inches inward, so I just made a top stitch at that part. You can see when I open it up now, you can see how the inside is looking. And I've also gone ahead to attach my zipper. So this is it for this dress. You can see how the dress now is looking so beautiful. This is also the pocket. You can see I've gone ahead to attach the pocket. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to attach the sleeve. So this sleeve is a puff sleeve, so go ahead and make yours bigger. So for me, like I said earlier, my fabric was not enough. So this is the bottom part. I've also gone ahead to turn the flare part. Okay, so this is it, guys. Like I said earlier, this is the little sleeve I have to just manage this is what I can work with because of my fabric. So go ahead and make yours bigger. So if you don't know how to cut a puff sleeve, let me know on the comment section so that I can drop a video for you to watch. Okay, so guys, this is it. This is what the inside is looking. I went to attach my lining to it like this to cover up all the rough edges at the waist area. You can see how it's looking beautiful. So when you are making yours, make sure the lining match up with the fabric. Okay, so this is a tutorial, is a requested tutorial from a subscriber. You can see, so that is why I'm just using different lining on this dress. Okay, but anyway, still looking very good. So I'll just turn it to the right side so you can see what the sleeve is looking like at the right side after attaching it, guys. And this is what the inside is looking. You can see this is the back. You can see the back is looking like a gown at the back. Then the front is looking like a two-piece dress. You can see that is what we are trying to achieve. So if this interests you, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, like and share this video, guys. Support this channel, and also don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. Bye for now.